tonight, after clearing the challenges all over there, now we only have 2 to go. 1 is over there in the corner, 1 is where I'm currently standing. You may see that we have 2 people speaking to each other, but only 1 gets our help tonight because the people down in a little place called Alamigo are the ones that need our help. And we're bringing them tonight the power of the unicorn! It could also be considered the power of the Pegasus as well! But we'll see how it all unfolds because tonight they need a healer to take care of another blasphemy. So, as we pan the camera back around, greetings people of the world, Mathai Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. And so as we get started tonight, I thought we need to do something a little different for my glamour for healing, and I thought I can only think of 1 person in mind who could be inspired for healing, and in this instance, it could only be Emilien's. So I pulled out Rika's choir robe from the Starlight Celebration, dyed it the same blue that Emilien's has on her robe, and yeah, we're gonna see if the matriarch of the Levier family can be the ones who inspire the people of Alamigo to success. So, tonight, let's see how we do. And so yeah, we have the Ul'dah delegate here and the Alamigan delegate, but we're gonna have to wake up this conversation if only for a moment, because we know who needs the help right now. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and speak with the Alamigan delegate to take on the level 85 healer's job quest of Endwalker entitled Far From Free. Try saying that 3 times fast. The Alamigan delegate to Rajat Han has grim news to convey. If you're ready to lend us your aid, I'll apprise you of the situation. Whenever you're ready. We've received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Alamigo. Troops have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. With most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought to petition you for aid. I'd be glad to help. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not more healers. Well, considering that they were either subjugated or killed by the Guardians, I can understand why you would need better soldiers. But yeah, I'd be glad to help. Let me at him. Once again, we're in your debt. We shall inform Commander Ul'dah forthwith. My comrades in the Immortal Flames will be glad to have you watching over them. You see, there have been no sightings of any blasphemies in our lands, we have joined with our Alamigan allies in their hunt for the fiend. Oh, nice to see some teamwork. But I imagine we'll get to you soon enough there, Ul'dah. Trouble is, the majority of our own healers are working day and night to treat the Tempered Imperials captured Parathon. Still at it, huh? After all this time? For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Aye, your presence alone will be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to the Alamigan Court and report for duty. Commander Ul'dah is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Rolgar grant you strength. Yeah, who would have ever thought we would see Alamigo and Ul'dah working together so well? You know, I'll bet you anyone in the Syndicate would have said completely differently even 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, let's have at it. So, we've arrived in the Alamigan Quarter. Let's see where Reborn is. While he's standing in front of the Royal Menagerie. And, well, actually, he's not here yet. But we do have a designated, especially designated blasphemy hunter, this female Mikote. From one to another, it's nice to meet you.
Ah, Mistress Sasaki. We were told we were on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I'll tell Commander Ul'dah you've arrived. One moment, please.
I imagine we'll know who you are soon enough. Yeah, a young lady with an axe on your back. Glad you could join us. Yeah, hey there, Reborn. How long has it been? So, good to see ya. Even in the driving rain. Glad I could be of help. Oh, she just walks off. Sad face. Now that the far greater crisis has been resolved, we may and must turn our undivided attention to matters of a smaller, but no less deadly scale. I'd like nothing more than to hear about your recent adventures, but I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait. So, what are we dealing with? Oh, whoa. Yeah, it looks like a tiki, it looks like something off of a totem pole that came to life. As our man in Thavner will have told you, a blasphemy is loose in all Amigo. When it first appeared, the city guard were able to get most of the bystanders to safety, and for mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. But the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find it end soon, for as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. Yes, indeed. As was the case in Thavnir, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it is allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people will suffer. Are you certain it's blasphemy, or... Yeah, well, we know what it is, but did anyone see the change take place? We may need witnesses here, because we had them in Alamigo. Or rather, in Razat Han, rather. There were several eyewitnesses who gave the same accounts. A man walking through the Alamican quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. Well, we know what we're dealing with here. But beyond the fact that he was a young Highlander, we know next to nothing about him. Even the description of his appearances are too vague to help identify the lad, and we've no clues as to his name or background. That's usually how it goes. For all we know, he might not have even been born in Alamigo. Might have been the son of refugees come to visit. There are other possibilities we're investigating, though. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair, and whatever drove him to turn likely could have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent further tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we'll have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, by granting them a quick death. For now, I would have you join the hunt and keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it? Yeah, that's why you asked me to come along. So that's why I'm here. You have my thanks. And as chance would have it, we've just received word that a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Alagana. As the troops stationed there have already put them down, but were wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention, and that's where you come in. I'll meet you there. Alright there, Rabon. Make sure the giant bull on your shoulder doesn't rust on the way. Alright, to Alagana, a place we've been to in Job Quest quite a few times, especially for the monk quest for Stormblood. So upon our arrival, well, it's not raining here in Alagana, so the rain has passed through. Let's see where Rabon is. Yeah, he's not that far. A little close to the ziggurat, but I think we'll be fine. But as for the two of you, though, I'm a bit worried. Although the soldiers were able to lead the beasts away from the village and call the lot of them, victory did not come easily. It's times like these that our lack of healers is most sorely felt. I dare say they have yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any stragglers that may have escaped. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village to gather eyewitness reports. Look for me there thereafter. Okay, tend to the soldiers. So, are we just casting spells right away, or... Okay, we just do it automatically by interacting with them. Yeah, come on, you little Miko.
I saw them change, right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters I killed, but innocent men. But it had to be done. There were others we had to protect, and thanks to you I can continue to do just that. Once I've made my way back, I'll give a full count. The families, they'll understand.
I hope you're right about that. You know, I worry hostility may come to you, or you may give news that may cause them to turn too. And what about you? The person who's actually wounded. Here you go.
Gods be good, I feel reborn. Hold on, you're Rika, aren't you? I can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to rejoin the Resistance in the first place. And now you've come to save me in my hour of need. I'll never forget this. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, what are you doing out here? Also, I think that was a girl because they bowed like a female healer would. Yeah. And look who's here. Ehrenwald's still in his wheelchair. Yeah, probably paraplegic forever. And over here, Town Elder Ragenfrid. But it's Raban we need to speak to, so I guess we're about to have a council. For the treating of the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks. And theirs too, no doubt. It seems they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts, if my search is any indication, but we must remain vigilant. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I hear you've been through a fair few ordeals yourself, Rika. Yeah, I certainly have there, Ehrenwald. Managing in the wheelchair? As to me, I've been kept busy with this and that, like getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously it has its limitations, but it gets me where I need to go. Yeah, I can't imagine it's easy to be riding in one along the rough dirt paths around the territory of Girabanya. I've been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. But no sooner had I arrived than those locals turned. Uh-oh. Yeah, Ragenfrid, what can you tell us? I heard you were there when it happened. What can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change are the very people we were trying to help. Yeah, we've heard this story before. Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting Lys held in the Royal Palace marked a turning point for all of Girabanya. It spurred us to open a dialogue with peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned. But there's still so many problems to be addressed, and countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. Yeah, even 4 years on. Well, now it's 5. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. Our main concern is the welfare of all Amigans who sided with the Empire, for whatever reason, and help them find their place in society. In particular, the surviving families of the Crania Lupi. Yeah, I'm surprised that the first thing that they want to help is the sympathizers. That's probably the most surprising. Yeah, not just taking care of their own. Yeah, even I'm shocked by this. Yeah, I thought you despised the skulls, but yeah, you've definitely changed your tune in 4 years' time. Make no mistake, I've not forgiven them. I don't have that in me, and I doubt I ever will. But the memory of that day in the palace, of Fordola asking to be locked up again after saving us all, it stayed with me. Yeah, I mean, after a traumatic experience like that, got me to thinking about why she and the other youths would commit such atrocities. Why they swear to serve the Empire. And the answer was simple. Because they'd seen what we'd seen and suffered much the same. In a hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Garleans win. Not by breaking you, but by making you break yourself. By making that choice the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Lesser of two evils. Classic. Healing only begins with liberation, and some scars will never will regardless. Those who've returned from foreign lands may have difficulty carving out a living here, but the ones who pledged allegiance to Garlemald, outcasts, right? This is not the Alamigo we've dreamed of, but after 20 years of misery, I'll not see it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That is why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. It's a cause I support,
and it's what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. Aye, and in the short time he's been with us, he's proven himself a natural. But despite our early successes, the families of the Skulls continue to refuse our help. Even though they know full well that the Empire is no more, they're still pledging allegiance. I think I see where this is leading. They're the ones who turned, yes? They felt they had nowhere to go. It comes as no surprise. Their kin tormented and murdered fellow Alamegans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt, and for some it might be too much to bear. I think I may know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter though, so let's go somewhere where we won't be overheard. Alright. Yeah, Ragenfrid, you're gonna have to do the pushing. So where are we getting pushed to? Just around the corner, basically. It's about one of the men who turned. I saw his memories. Yeah, you do have echo ability. With the echo, I'll not pretend I understand it, but tell us what you learned. Yeah, we need to know. I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. So, flashback. It was during the occupation. A man raising his son, only the two of them, but they were a family. To keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway. And so he was branded a traitor. Every day his son listened to the jeering, the insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in the hope that it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. He died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself, right up until the change took him. And that's some nasty shit right there. I can only pray he and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see how anyone else could. The sins of their kin weigh heavy on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. Yeah, they still feel like they're the enemy. If they carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We've got to help them before it's too late. Yeah, and perfect timing is the rain. Oh, no, the rain never stopped. It was always in Alamigo itself. Growing up half Garlean in Alamigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated. To hate myself. But as long as we give ourselves and others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I may not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alphanode, I know I can make a difference. Even in two wheels. I might not quite be the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart. And I owe it to Abba and Auli to make the most of this life so long as I've got it. That's exactly right. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Gilbani again. So, Commander Aldin, do we have your approval to continue our work? Why are you asking for approval? I mean, it's for the right reasons. Of course, there's no enemy more formidable than despair, and I'd be a fool to refuse your help. Not even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I pledge the Silver Griffins my unconditional support. Together, we will prevail. Let's hope so. Now that we have Rika on hand to aid the troops, I believe we are ready to face any beast we encounter. Though I fear it is only a matter of time before others appear, I ask that you lend the Silver Griffins your assistance in the meantime. I'll do my best there, Raban. Very good. For now, let's return to the city. I imagine we'll see the two of you again soon.
Alright there, Ragenfrid. It was good to see you again, but we are not opening with combat. We're just simply going back. Well, he's not the general anymore, but you know what I mean. He's the commander now. I guess we'll be speaking with the Blasphemy Hunter. Okay, that was weird.
Those who harbor guilt do so not because they are weak of heart, but because they have failed to meet the demands they make of themselves. It was the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. The despair and self-loathing were indescribable. I was fortunate that you and the other Scions came to my rescue, that I had friends who convinced me I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now we must do the same for the people of Alamigo. We must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not forgive, and then come to terms with who we were, so that we can look to who we can be, who we should aspire to be. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer, and we will be better for it ultimately. I hope you're right. Once we've decided on our course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Rolgar watch over and keep you.
Thank you there, Raban. So we'll take our experience that we don't need and 1,000 gil. But don't go too far, because we gotta keep on going. Let's speak with the Blasphemy Hunter again to take on the level 86 Heater's job quest entitled The Butcher's Blade. Yeah, I think you guys see where this is going. The struggle to prevent the emergence of beasts grows increasingly desperate.
We were hoping you'd stop by. I'll show you to Commander Alden at once.
Yes, please. Yeah, pull Aaronvald out. He's made it back to Alamigo now.
You're a welcome sight as always, Captain.
Oh yeah, you heard about my promotion, didn't you?
Aye, and a lot's happened since we last spoke. We Silver Griffins been keeping busy. As have I and my men, but I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we've seen neither hide nor hair of it. Unfortunately, everyone else has had better luck. We've received reports of lesser beasts throughout Geoponia, and putting them down as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. While this was true of the recent incident in Alagana, we cannot have people jump to conclusions, given what they might feel tempted to do. It has been suggested that we take these individuals into custody for their own protection as much as the safety of others, but that would only isolate them even further and give credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors and see if there's aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. I thought I felt my ears burning. Yeah, hi there, Miss Fordola. Hi there. I said I don't need a keeper, but did they bloody listen? Did they bollocks? Come on, don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer, and there's none better than Rika. He's right. You've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. Thick as thieves are we now? Then there's no need for this sodding collar, aye? Oh. So, I guess that's like... It doesn't look like the Magitech collars that Alice and Alphanode were forced to wear, but... I guess it's appropriate for a skull? Just pointed that out there. We all know it's not coming off anytime soon, but if this is how it's to be, then fine, so long as she keeps out of my way. I want the two of you to visit the Silver Griffin's headquarters in Alagona. Several relatives of the Chronia Lupi have agreed to meet with them, and we can do with a measure of protection. But they'll obviously want to try and stand with Fordola again. If anyone so much as mentions the skulls, I'll deal with it. Understood?
Sure thing.
Let's get this over with.
When did she finally soften up?
She's as much at risk of turning as anyone, maybe even more so. You don't need the Echo to see the weight she's carrying. She's still not got a handle on her own Echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning and with such force that it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades. So look out for her, please.
Of course.
I wish there was more I could do for her myself.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But we've all got our own duties, and I'll see them through to the end.
So must we all. Follow Fordola's lead. We're counting on you both. But be ready to step in even if she curses you for it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, maybe this will be the quest line where we finally see Fordola soften up a little. Let's head on back to Alagana. And Fordola will chat with Ragenfrid. Yeah. How long has it been since these two had a chat? Apparently she's just waiting for him to say something.
I had a feeling Reborn would send you, Rika.
That's for her. Yeah, I was afraid of that.
If you've got any complaints, take it up with the commander.
No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since that day at the Royal Palace, I've been thinking.
Stop. You don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it.
To the matter at hand then. We Silver Griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Crony Lupi. But one family has gone missing. A mother and her parents, who lived together under the same roof. One of ours paid them a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen. And when they went inside to check, they found the house had been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the floor and the walls, made by a beast's claws by the look of them.
You think they turned?
Well, my voice will definitely turn in a moment. That's the most likely explanation. Please do what you must before anyone else is hurt.
There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you east.
Alright. Thankfully I still have a little bit of water left. A little bit of ice water. Yeah, let's go up and over the falls and see what we find. Yeah. It's a nice, beautiful morning here in Girabania. But we know that the beauty is eventually going to turn into tragedy. So as we arrive, we'll chill out for a while. I should probably re-summon my Chocobo. That would be a good idea. Yeah, it's you who I have to fight. Also, I didn't mean to use that. Where's my Asai? Oh, I already used it. I was like, where's my Asai? I've already used it. Yeah, like, it was a frantic scramble today to get Rika to 90. I ended up getting 2 leveling roulettes where I got both the... As we wait here a little while longer. Oh, we found something. But yeah, I ended up getting leveling roulettes and I got both Vanaspati and Catesis Hyperborea. And somehow no one died on my watch. I was very proud of myself. In the dirt you spy an envelope containing a crumpled, tear-stained letter. Read it? Of course. So what is this? Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different than when the war is over. Until then, take care and know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you would turn your attention to finding the others. Okay, so we're doubling back. Well, actually, not quite doubling back. But I also imagine anyone who has to fly, who doesn't have the ability to fly, is a long way to go. Because you know how big and convoluted that path is. Yeah, probably those who did not get the opportunity to fly when they had their first opportunity, probably cursing themselves for not getting it. Now we have to worry about a lightning sprite on the field. Well, maybe not. It looks like we... okay. Gonna slow you down a little with the stun for 5 seconds. Almost gotcha. There we go. Oh, now we have a ring. A wedding ring, no less. Right between the legs. Yeah, don't take that out of context. You discover what appears to be a wedding ring with a name and date engraved on the inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report to Regensrid. Very well then. We'll see if Fordola has returned as well. Which she has. What do you got for me? Were you able to find anything? We have these items to give to you. Any contributions on your end there, Fordola?
Then it is as we feared. I found and killed a third. He was carrying this.
And now Fordola adds to the collection.
A marching ring. We'll deliver these effects to the next of kin and arrange for a funeral, or as close to one as possible under the circumstances.
Yeah, there's no changing the past. We'll always carry it and the scars. But no matter who we were or what we did, we're all Amigans, then and now. The Empire was our enemy, then and now's to spare. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. Oh, cutscene. Are you gonna be next? Are you gonna be next?
Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers may finally be laid to rest. I and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further tragedies.
Well, finish checking the wares, sir. Everything's in order.
Good work. Take a rest, lad. You've more than earned it.
I imagine we'll get an introduction soon enough.
Keep this to yourselves, but he's Everett's younger brother. But Everett's younger brother was a member of the Colony of Lupi. He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help.
And he looks like he belongs in a horror movie. I feel like I'm trying to put my thing on. I'm trying to put a name to a movie. But yeah, with the suspenders he's got on and the disheveled hair and the creepy face, like it really is horror movie like. I'm trying to think of where I've seen that particular image before. Maybe someone in comments can help me out.
Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first, but after we gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well.
We don't even know his name? Yeah, he just nods, and we'll try and approach him. Oh, wait a minute. But then Fordola approaches, which is probably a bad idea.
It's, the butcher!
Yep, there we go. The wrong person came to us.
Traitors, all of us! Kinslayers deserving of hate and death! Hate and death!
And now the horror movie actually turns into one. The horror movie character actually becomes one. Yeah, you're echoing while he's losing his mind.
Get back! Get back!
Yeah, you gotta make a run for it. He's too far gone. Ugh. And the little child is his next target. Or I guess will be his first target. Yeah, Fordola! Yeah, apparently he hit the buckler. He hit the shield on her back. Yeah, you took one for the team, no doubt. The butcher taking some butchering on her part. Stay away from her! You're like, I know who you are. I recognize that tattoo anywhere.
Fordola saved your girl's life. I know, but she's...
Yeah, we know. Yeah, I'll get out of your hair, don't worry.
It happened in an instant, that poor lad. But it had to be done without hesitation. Would have been much worse otherwise.
Better her to do it than me.
Could you go after Fordola and see to her wounds?
I'll do what I can here. Of course. Yeah, we know it has to be done. Alright, let's go find her. Yeah, she's just right outside the village. Yeah, still looked down on.
I'm fine, leave me be.
I don't think so.
I said I don't need your help!
Like, it's not your it's not your injuries I'm worried about.
Bloody hells. If you're here to patch me up, get on with it. Quietly.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah, gotta do the healing thing. Yeah. Let my unicorn fill you with a little bit of, ability to soften up, hopefully. Well, not... preferably not to soften up like the way you just got hit.
A cure can't change its spots, and there's no washing the blood off my hands. Nor would I, even if I could.
Yeah, we know.
Taking up Garlean steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice that came after that was easier and easier. Until I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right. It's for the greater good. You give the order, feel the ground tremble as the cannon fires, and when the dust settles, and your own men are buried beneath the rubble, and you tell yourself. You tell yourself.
Yep.
Me too.
Are you too far gone? Or can we somehow save you? Yeah. I won't let it take you, Fordola. Hang in there, girl. Yeah. I've seen people overcome it, you can too, and there you go.
That man in the village. I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. All be alright, I just need a moment. Can you wait with me?
Of course. That's what I'm here for. And so, sometime later...
Everything the Scores fought for, the sacrifices we made, the things we did. In the end, it was all for nothing. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked and the bitterness I can still taste, and I wonder, if I'd grown up in another time, another place, would I have done the same to a different people? Was it always in me to be me? All I know is, everyone would have been better off if I had never been born. But I was, and I dragged others into hell of my own making. I remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger. He would have never made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too good. Ansfrid died at Spicula Imperatorus, but his brother's still out there somewhere. Not that I've got the courage to face him after what I've did. I hope he's found the life he deserves.
Well, we know where Emlyn is, but what about Rudolph? Yeah, I actually know about Rudolph. And Emlyn's out on the streets of Uldar.
Rudolph? He's alive? But how?
I know exactly where to find him.
I'm glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I'd help make this blossomy, and by Rogar, I'll kill the bastard. It's the last thing I'd do. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I'll be heading back to the city to make my report. I suggest you do likewise.
Of course. And I'll see you there. Yeah, we do know where Emlyn is. She's in front of the Adventurers Guild in Uldar. So we know where she is, but yeah. We found Rudolph too. Yeah, we're just getting rapid warped right now. But hey, that's what we want to see. Back to Reborn.
Welcome back. Fordola's already given our accounts, and I'd like to hear yours too.
Sure thing. This is how it went down.
So she almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the field again.
Well, we may need to.
As far as the events in Alagan are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, this serves to confirm that those with connections to the Chronia Lupi should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them have drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken living in secret. Others made their way to Uldar as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me. I'm sure she'll be glad to see you.
I have no doubt in my mind, so we'll take the experience in our 1,000 gil. Yeah, salute him before you head off.